go create a class or new class. I'll call the class, let's say, weight. Let's say the class is called weight. So now, what I'm going to do, okay, for the first instance, let's say for the first instance, which is the explicit weight, I don't need a new class. What I'm going to do is, just 1 minute. So I'm going to just copy this. So you would just naturally put it in your kind of a best place to for that. If you are going to be using explicit weight, the first point that because you want it to start as early as possible. So if you're talking about the best place to be in, it's going to be in your book actually, because it is in the context of that particular driver. So let's go to the hook. So if you go to the hook, so I want to say maybe after I have now maximized my window, I want to put my explicit weight so that it waits explicitly. So I'm going to now say, okay, 10 seconds. So naturally it will not wait. So that's how to do that. So if your network is slow, this is kind of, yeah. So it's going to wait for 10 seconds. You can change that to whatever you want it to be. So this is how to use the implicit wait basically. So say my driver should time out implicitly after 10 seconds. That's how to put it in English. So now let's go to how to use our explicit one basically. So for the explicit one, I want to create I've created a class. I want to copy the class here. I want to copy the method that I've done. This method I've created. Okay, this one for the explicit. So I'm going to just copy this type in. So I'm going to paste it in this method. So now I just pasted it. So I need to solve for this one. So I'm going to use Selenium. I'm going to also use support UI. So I think that's everything. So now what's going to happen? Let's say I need to use this as this one now. So I'll call it wait for elements is what I've called this particular one, which is the Fluent assertion. This is one I kind of fancy, to be honest. So for me to use this right now, I can go into my page objects. Then go into my page objects. So let's say here. So for instance, I want to wait for this text to be before I do my confirm it basically. So I want to wait here. So what I would do is I'll call the class. Yes, constructor. Okay, I've got a constructor here. Basically, so let's see. Everyone here. Let me bring the class in. So I'm gonna just instantiate my class. So nothing that's not done is this should be public. Okay, let's so you can say that. Interesting. So, but bear in mind that it's going to return a web element for me. So it's returning a web element. So, two things that you can do is, so this is web element. So, further than that, this is this one. One minute, so that's return web element, and it's getting the driver and it's getting the web element. So I need to pass the driver and also the web element to it. So the first one is driver. Yeah. So at that, this is now going to, this is the web element that's going to return, and then we get a text. So by doing this, you're going to have your driver and also the web element. Instead of just getting the web element direct, it's going to wait for the web element. And then when it finds the web element, it's going to get a text. So that's how to use it. The same thing is applicable if you're using the web, the other one also in the same way. You can do that. I have created this method, so I'm going to just paste it here. So let's say this is my WebDriver, so I'm going to use that now. So the same way, let's say okay, but the issue with this now, this is, as you can see, the issue with this is I need to, I can actually update this one to make it kind of a bit fluent. I can do this. So that's limit in there. So this becomes So, just want to say, okay. So let me I just want to confirm that it displayed, and that's it. So the same way, I just go into that and that's okay. Okay. So this is now, I mean, that's written a web element. So, okay. So this method now can be used. So you can say I just created this method on the fly. The one I did didn't actually work. So you can say, so this is now using my driver weight, and this is now using Fluent assertion, depending on which one you fancy. But normally, I don't normally use the WebDriver weight, so you just need to select one and then use it. This method now will get your driver and you get your elements. So you can now wait for that element. So and it's going to return the element for you. Then you can perform what you want to do. In most cases, you can wrap it around any element that you want to do. So for instance, in my page object now, I can, like the submit button, you can say, I want to wait for my submit button before I can click on it. You do the same thing, basically. Yeah, let's say we're using the weight for this particular weight. You can put that here. So I want to wait for the submit button. I can now put my submit button here, and I can say, just click. So basically, I don't just clicking on it like that. I want to wait for it. Basically, it makes your test to be reliable. So because then it's going to wait. It's not going to just go through and as if nothing has happened. So that's how to use wait basically. So let's try to run our code now. We need to run all the codes. Let's run this solution. Okay, we got the same issue, so I'll do the same thing. Any question? Any question? I think that's what we're going to stop tonight. Any question? Okay, cool. So we have one tester failed. So we saw that failed. So let's see what the problem is. Is it endpoint? So what exactly is the issue? Non-pointer. So this will be some of us who will have been seeing this actually. So when you get issues like this, that this is getting you a non-pointer. Okay, so this is where the weights. Let's look at what that is. Let's put that into that. Let me just try to resolve this one. Okay, 1 minute. So I just want to know which one is it. Is it the driver is complaining about, or the or the weight? Let's put some breakpoints here. So now that is fine, that's not complaining. So I would assume it's the weight that is complaining. Yes. Okay. So the weight is null, but that is fine. The element is okay. That's fine. The element is displayed. That's not. Oh, okay. It's returning null. Okay. All right. So that's where the issue is. That is. Yeah, I need to write that. So that's it. So this is it's returning null for the driver. So quickly, let me fix that one. Hold on. Oh, okay. Okay, all right. So let's view it again. Okay. All right. So what happened? I've already fixed the code anyway. So for what I can say, you can use any one that you want, but I would prefer. I normally use this anyway. Fluent assertion is really good. So so I just kind of try to fix this anyway. So if I build everything and run it again. Any question? I think this is where we can just solve tonight. So you've got the test passed. So any question? So assignment is for you to practice what I've just done, right? Create a step, create different and then also use some weights to wait for an object and make sure the object is displayed or object is enabled. Yeah, I think you can validate those objects or elements on the page. That will be the assignment. Okay. Alright, so we got everything passed. Alright, cool. Alright, thanks everyone. So we'll see you next week.